It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Texans and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's second down. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Play action. Stroud now. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he goes out right around the 39. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. It's back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud sets up the play action. That is caught by Dell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. The throwing again is Stroud. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Allen's got it complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Throwing now is Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got... The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Stroud. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's Zach Pickens in there to finish that play off. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this... Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. A good spot to be in for this defense. They'll head back out, protecting a big lead here in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. Here we go. Reload. No.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And after the fourth quarter action, beginning of the drive. Time to see how this defense does here.
Come on. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Ready.
Stroud to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Check. Go.
Stroud now on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Chicago, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Texans, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.